kuma sun gani kuma sun gani kuma sun jinjina gwargwado. Amma China sun ne masu sai tarado. Sun ji su ma kuma sun yaba da mu kukurdo. Sai ku sai ta kuri da kun ga mu kukurdo.
This is Freedom Global News.
Joint Admission and Matriculation Board remits 3.51 billion naira as 2021 operating surplus. NDLA wants Nigerians to give helping hand to the fight against drug menace in the country. The federal government issues 250 billion naira sukuk to finance critical road projects in the country. And on the foreign scene, OPEC Plus countries set to disappoint Biden by sticking with output plan.
This is Freedom Global News.
Good evening, you're listening to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. I am Zahra Zannah. Today is the 3rd of November, 2021. And now the news in full. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAM, has remitted the sum of 3.51 billion naira to the National Treasury as part of its 2021 operating surplus. The 2021 remittance, according to a statement by JAM's spokesman, Dr. Fabian Benjamin, said it's in line with the registrar's avowed commitment to prudent management of public resources. The statement noted that one of the direct benefits of the sustained remittances by the board manifested in the reduction of the cost of the application documents by candidates from 5,000 naira to 3,500 naira in 2018 by President Muhammadu Buhari. It further said the board will continue to prune down the cost of administration. The Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Raji Fashola, has disclosed that MTN, Unilever, and other private entities have indicated an interest in keying into the tax waiver-based roads construction policy of the government. He disclosed this while answering questions from members of the House of Representatives during the 2022 budget defense today. The minister, who was asked about the proposed 21 roads to be constructed or rehabilitated by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, said more entities were willing to key into the initiative. Fashola further explained that interested private entities would be actively involved based on certain agreements to address roads infrastructure challenges in the country. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLA, has solicited the cooperation of Nigerians in its fight against the menace of drug abuse. NDLA Chairman Muhammad Buba Marwa made the call today in Abuja at the 20th anniversary of the establishment of Center for Ethical Rebirth among Nigerian youths. Buba Marwa, represented by NDLA's Director, Prosecuting Legal Services, Mr. Joseph Sunday, said the agency alone could not fight against drug abuse without the cooperation of the public. According to him, if members of society collaborate with the agency in the fight against trafficking and abuse of illicit substances, NDLA will ensure long-term prevention of the menace. He therefore called on all Nigerians to support the campaign against drug abuse among the youths, saying that drug abuse was a major factor propelling insecurity in the country. Barcelona are closing in on appointing Xavi Hernandez as their new head coach after sending club executives to Qatar to finalize the deal. Xavi, who is currently in charge at Al Sadd Qatar, was initially offered the job at Camp Nou following Ronald Koeman's sacking on October 27th. Correspondent Sunisi Shuaibu Musa has details of this and other sports updates.
Sergi Barjuan has taken interim charge of Barcelona while the squad works on the appointment of the club legend as final agreement now appears to be imminent. Vice President Rafa Yilse and Director of Football Matthew Almani traveled to Qatar Doha following the team's 1-0 Champions League win over Dynamo Kiev on Tuesday night. Meanwhile, Unai Emery has rejected the chance to take over as Newcastle new head coach, with the former Arsenal manager publicly confirming his decision to stay at Villarreal. Newcastle had opened talks with Emery over their vacant permanent manager's post, with the club having taken the decision to part ways with previous boss Steve Bruce following the Premier League defeat to Tottenham on October 17. Emery admitted to being approached but also said that no formal offer had been made and has now come out to clarify his future once and for all. In another update, football fans sentenced to 10 weeks in prison at Wellington Magistrate Court over racist rant after Euro 2025. Jonathan Best, 52, was sentenced to 10 weeks in prison after he posted a racist rant about 3 black England players, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, and Bukayo Saka, who missed their sport kicks in the penalty shootout defeat against Italy in the Euro 2020 final. Sinusi Shaib Musa, Freedom Radio.
The Global News is coming to you from Freedom Radio 99.5 FM. You can send your comments, opinions, and watch us live on Freedom Radio Nigeria on Facebook.com. You can get the link to the site on our website, www.freedomradionig.com.
Musa, me kake nema a cikin kitchen?
Masoyiyata, ina son cokali in sha magani.
Masoyina, ka ɗauki comics kawai, ka yaga, sha ka samu sauki.
Haka ne fa, ku yi amfani da comics ma duk kai tari. Comics yana da dextromethorphan da guaifenesin. Kawai ku yaga ku sha, ku samu sauki yana kulele in ka sha. Aha, na samu sauki yanzu. Ina son comics. Comics, kamfani Orange Drugs Limited da ke yin kasuwanci da dilancinta. Maganin zai iya saka kasala. In alamar tarin bata tsaya ba bayan kwana 3, ka ga likitanka. Comics yana kulele.
Welcome back. You're still listening to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. The Debt Management Office, DMO, has announced that the federal government is set to issue another sovereign sukuk this year for an expected maximum amount of 250 billion naira to finance critical road projects across the country. The Debt Office commenced the issuance of sukuk in September 2017. The sukuk is a strategic initiative to support the development of infrastructure, promote financial inclusion, and deepen the domestic securities market. Since the commencement of the initiative in 2017, the DMO has issued 3 significant sovereign sukuk to the tune of 362.58 billion naira within the past 3 years. The Debt Office said proceeds from the sukuk issuances were also deployed to 28 and 44 road projects across the 6 geopolitical zones in the country. Kano State Governor has assent to the Continquary Market Corporation Bill into law as approved by the Kano State House of Assembly. Governor Ganduje signed the bill during the state's Executive Council meeting today. The governor said that signing of the bill into law will help in the improvement of revenue generation from the market as he urged the traders and stakeholders to cooperate with the government.
Yes, approved by the Kano State House of Assembly. We have the Contemporary Market Cooperation Bill, which there is no doubt, we have a number of controversies surrounding those markets, especially contemporary market. And the thing is on the administration of the market, especially in terms of revenue collection. Some associations are so strong to the extent that they are not controllable. But with this law, everything has been centered on a particular institution as recognized by the law. So we believe with this signing of this law and the implementation.
He also signed into law the Community Reorientation Council Amendment Bill 2021, which would help in community participation and rehabilitation of schools, among others.
We widen and deepen the participation of communities in the administration of their respective areas, helping Kano State government in trying to use community participation in development projects. Found it necessary to review the bill so that more stakeholders would be brought in as it has been done, especially with the community participation in the rehabilitation of our schools. We believe this will give them a better avenue for participation.
Correspondent Zahra Zannah reports that the governor also assented to the Kano State Tourism Management Board Amendment Bill 2021. For tomorrow's weather forecast in some cities in Nigeria and parts of Niger Republic.
Kano tomorrow morning will experience partly cloudy sky and light wind at the temperature of 20 degrees Celsius, and later change to sunny intervals and light wind at the temperature of 33 degrees Celsius. Katsina will experience sunny sky and light wind at the temperature of 22 degrees Celsius, and later increase to 34 degrees Celsius with clear sky. Kaduna is expected to have clear sky and light wind at the temperature of 21 degrees Celsius, and later change to sunny intervals and a gentle breeze at 30 degrees Celsius. Abuja will experience partly cloudy sky and light wind at the temperature of 23 degrees Celsius, and later change to sunny intervals and light wind at 31 degrees Celsius. Lagos is expected to have clear sky and light wind at the temperature of 23 degrees Celsius, and later change to light cloud and light wind at 31 degrees Celsius. Moving to Niger Republic, Maradi tomorrow morning will experience sunny and a gentle breeze at the temperature of 23 degrees Celsius, and later change to sunny interval and moderate breeze at 36 degrees Celsius. While Zindar will experience similar weather condition at 25 degrees Celsius, and later change to sunny interval and a moderate breeze at 36 degrees Celsius. Aisha Mukhtar Muhammad, Freedom Review.
And on the business side of things, Muhammad Abba Abdullahi has all your top stories.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation has admitted that there are pricing issues at some petroleum depots in the country, but ruled out any hike in the pump price of the product. The group managing director of the NNPC, Meli Kari, stated this at a conference organized by energy correspondents in Lagos. Noted that the corporation had adequate stock of petroleum. Report says the fuel queues in the Federal Capital Territory and some parts of Nasarawa and Niger states, where retailers had claimed that private tank farm owners had increased the ex-depot price of the product from the recommended price. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission, NIPC, has tracked the sum of $8.99 billion as investment announcement into Nigeria for the third quarter of 2021. The commission stated that the figure was 130% more than the value in the corresponding $3.95 billion in 2020. The director of strategic services of the commission, Abubakar Yarima, stated this in Abuja, saying a total of 33 projects were tracked across 8 states during the period. Muhammad Abdullahi, Freedom Radio.
And on the foreign scene, the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, and its allies led by Russia and other nations to loosen the taps more aggressively and pump more crude red-hot prices, however, to decide output policy. In recent months, tight crude supply has collided with strong demand from economies recovering from the coronavirus pandemic. In the United States, that has translated into higher oil and gasoline prices, home heating for President Joe Biden, who is already under pressure to push his domestic spending agenda. Saudi Arabia, Russia, Kuwait, and Iraq have all rejected Biden's calls and said they want to maintain the current previously agreed plan of incremental increases of 400,000 barrels per day on a monthly basis. We've come to the end of today's global news, but before we leave, recap of our headlines. Joint Admission and Matriculation Board remits 3.51 billion naira as 2021 operating surplus. The federal government issues 250 billion naira sukuk to finance critical road projects in the country. NDLA wants Nigerians to give helping hand to the fight against drug menace. And on the foreign scene, OPEC Plus countries set to disappoint Biden by sticking with Alpo plan. On behalf of the entire production team and I, Zahra Zannah, thank you for listening.